This meeting is being held pursuant to Executive Order 15 of the Governor of the State of Tennessee. And such all members of the committee must be able to hear me and each other. We will take a roll now. Mr. Love.
Present.
Mr. Ring.
Present.
If you cannot hear other members, please notify me immediately. All votes will be done by roll call. This meeting is available to the public on Public Access TV and is streaming live on your YouTube. We'll call the meeting to order. We don't have any old business. We'll start out with new business, the proposed 1921 budget. And I'm going to turn it over to Amy and let her go through this budget with y'all. And Amy?
Let's see, if you don't mind, I'm gonna turn this over to Bill.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, first, Mr. Ring, I'm gonna apologize for not having the FY20 budget sitting next to the FY21 proposed budget.
Oh, that'll never happen.
It won't ever happen again. But what you have in front of you is proposed FY21 budget. There's a couple things I probably need to make a note of. One is some of the account names and account numbers have changed. These were sent to us by the State Emergency Communications Board. So what you're looking at, it's hard to compare to last year's, but we can start at the top and work our way down. Line 3010 is $2,081,396. That is money coming from the state ECB. Line 3070 for $985,000 are funds coming from the city of Fairview, city of town of Nolensville, city of Spring Hill, and the city of Franklin, for a total of $3,066,396. The next section, 4200, you have audit services on line 4203. We have accounting and bookkeeping services for to pay for QuickBooks. Then we have legal services at $10,250. Awards to employees at $1,200, dues and memberships at $5,700, general equipment at $10,000, surety bonds at $1,000, supplies and materials at $200, and
Bill,
travel for the board.
Be sure if there's a large discrepancy between this and 20 that you bring it up on the line item.
Okay. All right. Mr. Fairborn asked that if there's any discrepancy, large differences between FY20 and FY21, I point those out. One of them right away is line 3010. That's an increase of $500,000 from the State Emergency Communications Board from the previous year. Any questions so far? Hearing none.
I see that.
Go ahead, Mr. Ring.
I see it. Looks good.
Okay, thank you, sir. 44, line 40, or category 4400, communications and licensing fees is $156,000. That is the same as last year. That pays for the 911 lines. Training expenses is the same as last year. That pays for a reimbursement to Williamson County government for training of telecommunicators. Impact payments to county agencies, that is an increase from the previous year. It was $202,731,000 last year. That's a increase. But also in that is a $205,000 capital improvement. What we were asking for is adding 3 workstations in the dispatch center. The total cost of that is $405,000. Williamson County is going to pick up $200,000 of it, Williamson County government. And what is being proposed is for the ECD to pick up $205,000 of it. So it's pretty much split 50-50 to add those 3 positions to the dispatch center. Maintenance and warranty contracts, that is for our high-speed notification system. The ECD has an interlocal between Williamson County government, the ECD, the city of Franklin, and the city of Brentwood. That is the ECD share for the high-speed notification system. And then the rest is totals. Grand total operating expenses would be $3,308,554. Non-operating revenues and expenses, interest income. There's a change here. Interest has taken a dive in the last couple months. And you'll see this in the proposed changes to this year's budget, but we budgeted the ECD budgeted $30,000 last year. And it's only going to be close to 8,000, and we're projecting for next year's budget proposed, it's only going to be at $6,000 for interest on the checking account. Primary government subsidies, this is a donation that Williamson County government is making towards dispatch operations. And I guess the last line there is change in net position is $13,842. Mr. Chairman, that's the proposed FY20 budget, 21 budget, excuse me.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion that we approve the FY21 budget as submitted.
Mr. Levitt proposed that we approve the budget as distributed.
Second that motion.
The first, a second, all say aye.
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 Been approved.
I think you'll have to take, Mr. Young, would it be correct they have to take roll call?
Yes,
This is 2 people, but
yeah,
you'll have to do a roll call vote, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
A roll call vote, then Mr. Levitt,
Mr. Ring.
Mr. Ring,
Aye.
aye. Budget has been approved. Our next item on the agenda is the 20 budget amendments. And you have those, and if, Bill, if you want to go over those 7 amendments, you can if you want to.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, I'll be glad to. Proposed amendments, everything that's being proposed is in yellow here. So line 3020, TECB distribution of excess revenue. And I put the actual figures in what they're actually going to be for this year. So the budget would be balanced at the end of the day. But that would change from 100,000. I'm proposing to change it to $78,258, which changes operating revenues from $1,681,396 to $1,659,654. In addition of $410 in line 4204, that is to pay for QuickBooks this year. And let me note that that is half of what QuickBooks costs. So there's another entity, the Williamson County Joint Communications Network Authority, that is also going to use the same QuickBooks account, and they can stay completely separated. and we're splitting the cost between those two entities, so it's half the cost. QuickBooks is a little over $800 by itself, but $400 is represented here. That's a cost savings. Maintenance agreements. I think that was because of Everbridge. Maintenance agreement, it was actually $23,275, not the budgeted amount of $22,575. Line 4305, eliminated the $10,000 that was budgeted for equipment. There isn't any need for any equipment purchases this year. And so the total changes right under line 4501 from $3,819 to $2,994,519. Interest income, I lowered that from 30,000 to 8,000. And that's line 5002. And the change in net assets will end up being, if approved, $11,135 for the year.
Any questions?
Did we get it on the floor? I don't know if we got it. I can't remember if we got it, if it was on the floor.
This hasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's not.
I think Bob and I are seeing which one's going to call it first. Do you want it, Bob? You want me to do it? The motion.
Do what now?
I need a motion.
I so move the changes in this year's budget.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Levitt,
Aye.
Mr. Ring,
Aye.
aye. Motion approved. Is there any other business to come before the Budget Committee? If not, we're adjourned. He's got exactly 5 minutes.